All right. Wanted to give it a little bit here to get started, but welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for being here for another episode of Catching Up with KJ for December 13th, Friday the 13th.
With KJ.
Today is Friday the 13th. The infamous Friday the 13th. Man, those movies really screwed me up when I was little. It's probably part of the problem. I watched those Jason movies when I was real little. But yeah, man, guys, thanks so much for being here. I always have different topics I want to get into on these shows, but tonight, and we're probably just going to dive right in a little bit. I'm going to give some people some time to get here, but and we'll chat here for a bit. But then we'll dive in because there's a lot to get into with the New Jersey drone story. To begin with, there's a lot of layers to this. I've been looking at it a lot this week, and especially over the last couple of days. So I've even got some updated news, and I got a lot of stuff to share with you concerning this. And like I said, man, there's a lot of layers, and there's a lot of confusion, and that's all by design, because who is the author of confusion? It's the devil himself, and I'm seeing him at work right now, and I see it all over the place with the drone story. So like I said, there's a lot of layers, but for me, no matter what happens or how it plays out, I'm always looking at the big picture. What's the final product going to be? Well, you guys know me. I've been tracking this for many years. Not just me. Many other people have been out there tracking this as well. You know, the alien illusion that's coming, the UFO illusion that's coming. Some may say that the last big card the Illuminati is going to play, the last great deception, the last shot. But, what's the big picture for me? Well, I just did a video a few weeks ago called, I think I called it When Millions of People Disappear from Earth or something like that. So, and that's cool. It's like just a couple weeks later, here we go. It's the big story right now. The New Jersey drones, the UFOs. Like I said, man, there's a lot of layers to it, so we'll take our time going through it. I've got a lot of stuff to show you, some stuff you probably haven't seen, some stuff that just came out today, even up to just a few hours ago. And we'll take a look at this, but I still believe, obviously, I believe this is a darn good chance that this will be the excuse for the great escape, or the great escape. It is that too, but for the great disappearance, for the harpazo, for the snatching away, for the rapture. People have been having dreams and visions of that very thing for years, and I've been sharing them on KJ's What Happened for a long time, whenever I find them. And they're always out there. People having these dreams of the rapture happening, and they see UFOs in the sky, or UFOs attack, and then it happens, or always those kind of connections. And the devil's not going to tell on himself. The Bible talks about dreams, especially in these days. There's scripture for that. That in these days he's pouring out his spirit, and many of his children, both young and old, are having dreams and visions. So that's a very common one people have had over the last few years, is this connection with the UFOs, so-called UFOs, aliens, and the rapture, the harpazo. That's just me. Well, that's kind of big picture. So, get excited? Yeah, like I'm always on the edge of my seat when things like this start popping out, when real prophecy starts coming into play. It's pretty amazing. I hope you have Christ. It's really the number one thing. Make sure you've accepted that free gift of salvation. The world is about to undergo just massive delusion and illusion and deception. And without the Holy Spirit, I think you're going to sink. I'm telling you. Like, this is spiritual. And that's the other thing with this is there's so many people who are just, it's just Project Blue Beam. See, no, that's where there's layers with this. This is also going to be supernatural. That when you start seeing these things on television interacting with world leaders, and remember that demons are shapeshifters. They're trickster spirits. They can form into anything, from UFOs, so-called UFOs in the sky, to the Hat Man in the corner of your room when you're a child, even, and worse. So we're in the beast system. This is a part of it. These demons are a part of it. And now they're at play. So yeah, like I said, you'll see, and as we go through everything I'm going to show you, you'll see what I mean by the layers. There's a lot of different layers to this I'm finding. So let me just say hi to everybody. Tamara, thank you as always, my friend, for being here. Thank you. Mr. 310, good to see you. T. Kerr, what's up? Shawana, 84. Walk in Truth. Borders Girl. JB, or J Bundy, Justin Bundy, good to see you, man. Tree 1111, it's a pleasure. YouTubular YouTube lover. Lights Sky and Brenda Smiley, True Teddy, Joe. Hey, that's cool to know, man. He says, for the record, I prefer Rumble over YT. I feel safer on Rumble than I do over here. When I'm over here, I'm always in the back of my mind just trying to remember not to say certain words and, be careful and whatever. But YouTube's changed so much. We're finally at that point, where they've destroyed so many different channels and so much truth on their own website that it's pretty much worthless, and unless just for entertainment, I mean, it's good for entertainment. I subscribe to some channels here just for entertainment, I get it. And then there's still some people on here that are able to tell some truth. I mean, it's, but most of their, their days are numbered depending on what they say and how they say it. So yeah, that's the other bad thing about, of course, being on this site. You just got to be careful, and that kind of blows, you want to have a free-form conversation. So yeah, for that, Rumble's the place to be. Some people complain about the ads there, but I really think they're working on all that stuff. And if there's something I can do to stop it, I would, but I can't. Like, we don't have control over that, the ads. So, but yeah, but otherwise, also, if you're one of those people, man, just do what I do. I don't deal with that. I've had DuckDuckGo at my browser for years. Brave, try that. And it just kills all the commercials, man. So, and other people have put it on there and tried it on Rumble, and it works really well. So, yeah, Brave browser, DuckDuckGo. Kills those ads. And let's see what else we got going on. Joy Calhoun, good to see you. Joe, what if? What if? Not today, Satan, good to see you. The Watchman. Texas Sweet PJG. Oh, yeah, thanks. Let me take a drink of water here. Exactly. I'll be talking a little bit about that tomorrow on KJ's What Happened. I've got some stories and some video. But Texas Sweet PJG says, speaking of prophecy, Damascus. See, look at it, man. It's all that. Look, all the stuff stacking up together right now. And Damascus is a prophecy. It's in the Bible. And when we see it as a heap of ruins, right? It's completely destroyed. Lift up your heads. Your salvation draws near. So that's another one. I mean, it's like, it's electric, man. We're just living in just amazing times. So you got Damascus, and right now Israel is pummeling. I think today they're attacking him. It's either today or yesterday. But they are like pummeling him, from what I read earlier, just with missiles and destroying it. And I mean, it hadn't been wiped out to a heap of ruins yet, but they're definitely being attacked right now. So, yeah, it's another one to keep in mind. Pray for the people out there. Walk in Truth says, just saw a video of people shooting at drones. I'm not even surprised. This is America. Yes, America. Watchman says they're showing up in Eugene, Oregon off the coast. They're moving too fast to be a drone. Yeah, I mean, you'll see tonight, man, they're all over the place. They're not just in New Jersey. And Gina MH is in Jersey, I believe, around that area. Says, I admit I'm surprised they picked my insignificant state of New Jersey for the UFO drones. Picatinny Arsenal is 15 miles from me. It has 6,000 employees who do R&D on weapons. Interesting. Very interesting. Daryl Calhoun, good to see you. Well, I guess I kind of see what you're saying. I never have that attitude, though, man, ever. Who cares? We're getting raptured. That's not the right attitude to have either. If you truly have the Holy Spirit in you, if you're truly with Christ, you're not going to just be so, careless about others. You'll be concerned about the others. You pray for people and try to lead them, try to guide them, however you can, however you're led to. But to never have that attitude either, you know. And I know there's a lot of people that think that we don't leave, and I tell you, fine then. If the Lord wants us to go blood and bullets, I'm ready, you know. Let's go blood, bullets, and brutality, you know. If that's what I have to do to prove I'm a good enough son to him, then I guess that's what I'll do. I don't believe that's what it is. But some people will say, oh, you guys are cowards. It's like, oh, it's not being a coward either. It's in Scripture. I see it. I guess you don't see it. But either way, so I just don't fight with people like that. I say, cool, man, we'll go blood, bullets, and brutality and see how it stacks up. You know, I'll make a home out of skulls if I have to. If that's what the Lord wants me to do to prove myself, I will. Hi, Sandy Hoofman from Michigan. Good to see you. Do you have any drones out there? MDoobie17, good to see you, man. CJ Live, thanks for asking. How was my week? It was really good. I finally got, oh, by the way, yeah, thanks for reminding me. I finally got my website up and running. I left a message on most of my social media for everybody, but, you know, it's down for a couple months, and that really sucks because I've been handing out cards for like 4 years, you know, and so people were watching a lot of the shows and videos from other locations. From the website. So it was down. I paid for WordPress technicians. Don't ever do that. It was a big mistake. It's expensive. It's money I didn't have, but I had to do it. And by the time they were done with it in a couple of weeks, I almost lost everything. I lost the movie from the site, so I had to upload that to Rumble and then embed it. And, you know, it just became a whole thing, man, a whole process. And anyway, long story short, finally, I just did it all myself over the last week or so, and I got it all done. And so that was good, man. And I'm going sometimes, we got the holidays coming up, but sometime soon I'm hoping to go out to the lake before that and just take Chubbs with me, and we'll go out there and do whatever, do some work out there and check out some of the nature out there, do some hiking, some walking. I'm trying to figure out if I can train Chubbs how to get on a harness, you know, because I've tried to put a harness on it before and he hated it. He fought it off every time. So I've waited now several months. I'm just devising a plan to somehow get him to just give into the harness idea. I can put him on a leash and then take him outside with me. Awakened by the Looking Glass Reflection says, I wanted to tell you I have a video we found of my daughter who was murdered the day after Christmas 2022. For so long we couldn't tell what she was saying, found a way to clean. Interesting, says one of two. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. Wow. The day after Christmas, too. I'm sorry, man. Let's see here. Darkshine the Kid says everyone needs to read Matthew about the deception of the Antichrist. Yeah, see, that's a big problem, is that a lot of organized religion right now, they're not prophetic. They're not telling their churches that prophecy is real, and we're watching it playing out right now, and that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And it's why then, like, weirdos like me, when church-type people may see me, come out of nowhere, and I'm not the only one, but weirdos like us come out that aren't a part of anything organized, but we see it. You know, we know what it is. And it's not because we're geniuses. It's just, I think we're just listening. We're paying attention, and the Holy Spirit tells us things, guides us, and has given me, as I told you, just an obsession with all of this kind of information for years. And the best kind of obsession, you know, not a bad thing, but it's just all I want to do, you know, is watch, learn, share, tell, warn, you know. Awakened by the Looking Glass Reflection, 2 of 2, the audio, and found out it was her saying the poem Still She Stands. Like a message being sent to us from above. So grateful. I made it into a song video and just amazed at the gifts and sadness. Beautiful. I love it. That's so cool when the Lord does stuff like that for us. Gives us those little messages, you know? It's really cool. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad he gave you that too. It's beautiful. Good to see you, Joe and Barb Bowman. As I said, I'm letting some people kind of come in, letting some of the people fill in. We're already getting a really good crowd. So here in a moment, we're mainly going to talk about is the drone thing. Like I said, there's so many layers to it. Ultimately, this is our introduction to the aliens and the UFOs, and this is something I've been tracking for years, so I'm not even surprised, but I'm kind of excited, you know? Hey, the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, man. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Got us a legend in the building. Good to see you, man. WCMW and Fab. Speaking of legends, great to see you, my friend. The Greater Good. Steve-O the Taxman. I'm great, man. Hanging out with you guys. Good to see you. Hi, Tom. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to look at a lot of this stuff. We have, at least I have my perspective on it, and it's, it's the supernatural side of it. It's the spirituality side of it. It's demonic manifestation mixed in with government psyop. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, eh? So let's go ahead and jump on into it then, okay? Joseph Estes, thank you, man. Good to see you. Love you too, my man. Ted Casper, B. Felt. What a great crowd. Stacy, great to see you all. Much love. I appreciate it. Tamara, again, thank you for being an awesome moderator as you are. And let's go ahead and start it up, okay? Let's get into this, and then afterwards we'll hang out and discuss for a little while. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. So, first thing I wanted to remind you of is this. From the Illuminati card game, made sometime in the 90s, I think it was early 90s, wasn't it? But basically mapped out the prophetic end times in a game, which we've seen before. Yes, predictive programming, spiritual storyboards, however you want to put it. There's I did a video long ago on the man that created the game, and he was really he was a game maker. And then before he made the Illuminati card game, he was visited by the government. And this is all real stuff. He confirms it. It's like a whole deal. So, and I can't remember all the details, but I put it in the video way back in the day. If it's still around, I don't know. It may be one of the lost ones. But Church of Middle America, it's no mistake that they're flying over a church. I believe that part of this could be panspermia. They're going to try to introduce this idea called panspermia. And that's the idea that we were actually planted here by the aliens, that all of us are part of the alien seed. So that's a possibility. That's another thing I've covered throughout the years, but panspermia, them telling us that they are actually our creators, and they created religion as kind of a form of governance, right? And to keep people being good and not misbehaving, and the whole story. And there have been whistleblowers that have come out with that very same scenario, so that it's going to be connected to religion and telling people it's all made up and Jesus is false and all that. It's all nonsense. We're your gods. Hello, and you can worship us now. You know, so there's that side. But up to now, the Illuminati card game has been incredibly accurate. 9/11 just being one incident, but you can go look it up. People have done long-form videos where they lay the cards out, and you don't even need anybody to really decipher a lot of this. If you kind of somewhat awake to what's going on, you can just look at the cards and see. Like, they have everything, all the mind control and social engineering and everything else that happens in the beast system. It's all in Steve Jones, something like that, card game, the Illuminati card game. So there we go, man. So let's not forget that. We got that. Something else to remember, that, remember all the animals just a few years ago. Covered this one too. It's pretty crazy because around this time we started having some of the spinners. After they took the poison, you'd see some of the people spinning around, horrified, and then collapsing. And it all started all around the same time. I did like a video compilation mixing it all together, I remember. So it all kind of came around. Oh, mass hysteria. Nothing to see here. All right, so I guess that was it. Mainly just wanted to show you some of that footage. So you remember, we had a lot of that going on. Again, it wasn't just, if it was just one instance, that's one thing. It's like, okay, it's kind of weird. Maybe something happened. Maybe it's, the moon cycle or something. I mean, who knows what, right? But no, man, it was multiple, all within like months of each other. Another thing to remember, a big mile marker, which is a really good example of kind of the end of the Fourth Age and moving into the Fifth Age, is the destruction of Georgia Guidestones, the so-called Ten Commandments of the New World Order. But now it's actually it's happening right now. It's being played out on us. So they destroyed the tablets, if you will. There you go. Just a few things to remember as we build up to the UFOs, and also the monoliths, right? So we've had the monoliths, and I showed y'all my belief in these, my belief in what they kind of mean in my last video. Now you can go to IPEC Goat 2, you can look up at the wall during one of the scenes, and you can see they have kind of the evolution of man. Before he enters his final phase, and his final phase is him enlightened, right? But I believe that'll be Mark of the Beast, connected to the system, Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies, literally lit up, with the Internet, enlightenment, transhumanism, all that kind of stuff. But so before they get there, there's a monolith. Very interesting, right? So another really good example, the monolith, showing a transition of ages. It's the end of this age, and we're going into the final age of man, which is the age of Aquarius and the age of Antichrist, the 7-year tribulation. So now we've had all these interesting things happening here as far as the New World Order goes and the beast system. Now let's get into some of these things. So somewhat clear footage of recent UFO drone incursion all over. But see, to me, this is just one, but they don't all look alike either. All these things look different, have their own kind of look. A lot of them look exactly like the UFOs we look at on Mavi UFO Alarm every week that we've been watching for years. That's why I know they're not all drones, but that looks more like a light being to me, shape-shifting light being, interdimensional. That doesn't look like a drone ship, I mean, they have some of these that actually have port and starboard lights and all this stuff on them, so they look clearly like little drones. But that doesn't look like a drone to me. Look, now it's got the bleeping lights. So see, also, another thing I've considered, we're dealing with trickster spirits, shapeshifters, and they can look like anything. So they could look like airplanes. They could make themselves look like drones. I'm just saying. And see, earlier it wasn't doing that. Now it's like people down below, oh, maybe it's just a plane or something, or a drone. But before that, there's the blinking lights, That looked like a ship to you? Someone's driving that? See, not to me. But now, a trickster, I believe, it's tricking people. Oh, look, it's probably it's a drone. It's a plane. Now it's got another light coming on. So we just watched this thing shapeshift. And as we talk about all the time, we watch a lot of these UFOs, and they're shapeshifting up there. Now it looks like a plane or something, or a drone. This guy just filmed the whole thing. See if he gets another shot. Look at that. Look at that at the end. See, now it looks like a ship. Or a drone. So from that is what it turns into this. Do you see the difference? So we just watched one of these things shapeshift and turn into a drone. Look, the shapeshift into a drone type figure. I mean, really. These demons, these interdimensionals, are shape-shifting creatures, beings. And they can do this kind of thing. And I believe we just watched one of them shapeshift into a ship. Look at that. Looks nothing like what we were looking at before. And then it comes out to that. Does that look anything like what we were looking at before? No. So we just watched one of these beings, demonic tricksters, shapeshift into something that looks like a drone. I mean, it's something to think about. Now they got this story. I don't know about this with these news stories. They're claiming that a drone crashed. South Jersey, Morristown, New Jersey. Says these are one of the so-called drones that crashed. I don't know I don't see, oops, I mean to do that. I don't see a community note under this or anything. So, oh, it says a small plane crashed, killing one person. So I'm going to move on that. And it looks like a little plane, so you got to be careful. Some of the stories come out, some of it's going to be garbage. But check this out, you know, there's video here where it says, people say that it looks like some of these, quote, drones or these ships or UFOs or beings, I'll just say UFOs, are shooting something down on people. Check this out. This is weird. Spraying something.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies.
There's the chemtrails. Is that what they are? From those things? I don't know. Look, they're all over the place.
Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
This guy.
Look at this motherfucker.
So, right? So we got that, and that's not the only one. There's multiple videos out there. People, maybe the same one from different angles. But remember, we just had Obama, the Antichrist. We just had Obama with higher, what is it? Higher something productions. Higher level. I can't remember. Anyway, we get Obama just helped produce the movie Leave the World Behind, which was filled with satanic symbolism. I showed you some. And also predictive programming for what America is going to look like after things go crazy. Even showed New York City destroyed for a moment in this movie. But remember this scene? They have the drone spraying down the flyers. You didn't know they were flyers at first. It's kind of interesting, right? Interesting little nugget, if I can call it that. It says, ding, 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 ding. Oh, let's just go ahead and check this out. This is a good little report here. Good little compilation.
In Morris County, residents say they've been appearing more frequently in recent weeks, and tonight many people want to know exactly where they're coming from.
All right, everyone, welcome back. December 4th, 2024, we have to discuss what's going on in the skies of New Jersey. This insane UFO/drone phenomena taking place is absolutely incredible, and you are not going to believe what I found going on with the military at the exact same time going into New Jersey. I will break this all down for you because it is insane. All right, and to be clear, we've been having sightings all over the world over the last couple weeks. Multiple sightings over major airports. This one here in Manchester. This orb made it into the news very quickly when it was hovering over an airport. Many thought it was a drone. It has not been disproven yet, but a very weird video nonetheless. We also had this very strange video of what looks like 6, maybe 7 orbs all grouped together with a smaller orb up above them, almost like it's controlling it. We couldn't verify exactly what this was, but we could see airplanes crossing the threshold of this video. You'll see one very soon coming in from the left, and it's right about now. I want to say there it is. You can see it on the bottom left. There is an airplane coming into the airport while we're seeing these orbs in the sky above it. Very, very strange. All right, and now I want to talk about this video that came out in New Jersey 2 nights ago, and what I believe is happening here is a little bit of confusion. People are going nuts with their phones pointed to the sky because of this phenomena taking place, and a lot of people, I believe, are confusing UFOs with planes. This looks like a clear-cut airplane to me, but it seems to have made it onto all different media stations. But what's interesting is the second part of this video. They show these girls talking about this airplane right here, calling it a drone or some sort of UFO, which it's clearly not. But this part of the video is more interesting, and then I'm going to get into the military part of what I discovered here. Now, in this part of the video, you can see she's counting out the different drones in the sky. They're here, back in this area. She counts about 7 of these, I want to say. So this is much different than the airplane video she was showing us. This is what people are looking for. Now, with that said, you are not not going to believe this. At the same exact time as these sightings last night, a massive escort military operation took place. 3 major military aircraft went out from New Jersey into the Atlantic Ocean. 45 minutes later, they return with a private jet that then peels off right after they get out of international waters and into New Jersey. This private jet peels off and goes right to Washington, D.C. Clearly, this jet was coming from another country across the Atlantic Ocean, and the military went out to pick it up. Now, because these craft came out of New Jersey to meet this private jet, whoever this was clearly a very important person or a very important craft. So, my friends, as you can see, these airplanes, once this private jet peels off, this Boeing Globemaster and other military craft continue to circle a large portion of New Jersey for a few hours. Most of the videos you see from last night are within this time period. So what is going on out there? I personally do not believe these are aliens coming from outer space. I think that we have this technology right here on Earth and it's just hidden from us. These may be some secret military ops going on. They could be surveilling parts of New Jersey for some reason. That we do not know yet, but something very strange is going on here, and it's involving the military 100%. Otherwise, this escorting operation would not have been taking place while there's massive amounts of drones and quote-unquote UFO sightings in the same exact areas of New Jersey. Now, the more interesting and fun theory is that the fact that maybe the military is going out to escort this important person because there's all these drones and weird things going on in Jersey. Maybe it's possible that this is out of the military's hands and they are trying to protect important assets as they enter the now busy skies of New Jersey. All right, now finally, before we go check out this actual airplane they were escorting, don't forget we had a major sighting in New York City as well with this orb that shot across the Hudson River and was captured on news media camera during a weather forecast. This is also yet to be debunked. It is certainly not a drone. This thing covered way too much ground to be a drone. So it's not just New Jersey, it's a lot of the Northeast as a whole. Now check this out. All right, so here are the 4 planes coming in after the 3 had already left to go pick up this private jet right here. Now, it does not have a call sign, but we do have an image, and you can see right here its registration was 06-0500 United States Military. It's a Gulfstream 5, a very common and expensive private jet. And this is what they came and picked up. Now you can see here, this is a Globemaster, a Boeing C-17, and then we also have a Boeing 767 U.S. military, as well as a second Boeing 767 U.S. military. And as they approach the coast of the United States, you can see the plane finally peels off just after it crosses the international waters. And at this moment, things got weird. These are now showing up as drones, including over New Jersey right now. So these were switching back and forth from a drone signature with no call sign to then being registered once you click on it, back to the Boeing, and then back to the Globemaster, as you can see here already.
And I got some other stuff connected to government operations, even Space Force with this. I don't know if y'all have seen that yet. So some of this will kind of eventually, I think, connect to that. But man, there's some, like I told you, there's layers here. There's a lot of things I've been finding. So thanks again for being here. Love to see you all, man. We've got a great crowd. Thank you so much. And plenty to go.
With the Gulfstream having peeled off, heading all the way to Washington, D.C., which right there should tell you that this was a very important piece of cargo or something on the plane, a person on this plane, whatever it was. They were escorted by the U.S. military while the entire state of New Jersey is freaking out over drones, UFOs, and things that look like airplanes. All right, my friends, I know that was a long one, but
All right, I'll go and stop there. So good little perspective from into thin air. I'd like to check that out. So we've already got a lot to think about. First thing, and one of my favorites so far, if I may say, is the video where we actually got to watch a shape-shifting entity, and it turned into something that looked like a ship. We watched it. It was right there. Some dude filmed it. And this is something we've talked about on this channel for years. So it's cool to actually get to see one in the process from beginning to end. So that's something important to keep in mind. And really the most important thing, I believe, of course, to keep in mind is eyes on Jesus, no matter what. Because it's going to get really confusing, man. It's going to get really deceptive. It's going to get worse. This thing's going to get crazier. And if you don't have Christ and you're not led by the Holy Spirit, you're in some trouble. Because this has been a thing they've planned out for a real long time. Demons are actively going to be a part of this and already are. We're watching supernatural things happen, mixed in with some government psyop stuff, as I said earlier. And sure, there could be some real drones maybe up there. Maybe they'll crash one on purpose, see? Or who knows? But we're still watching. This is still a developing story. But just eyes on Jesus, no matter what. Please choose salvation. Please choose Christ. Confess with your mouth. Believe in your heart. Believe. Truly believe. Understand. Know what he did for you. His precious blood covers all. So please choose Christ, because that's going to be the most important thing for these days coming ahead. For sure. Okay. It says people are now reporting that the unidentified drones are spraying something in the air, so we saw some of that. Here's some more footage, though. There's like several videos of this. So hold on. Here we go.
All right, so it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it smells not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
All right, let's check out the other ones. There's a couple more.
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, saw him earlier.
Look at that.
Who's the guy? Different one.
Spraying all over now.
That is weird.
Now they're spraying.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure that angle out. Maybe that's part of
I
the
should
government.
just start shooting at him. Fuck it. Cause a fucking scene.
Yeah, maybe that is part of the government side of it, Who knows what's exactly they're spraying down on these neighborhoods.
What are they going to do? Put me in jail? What do I pay taxes for?
Look at all the streets.
What do you pay taxes for? To get fucking murdered?
I'm choking myself. What is that?
I smell burning.
I'm gonna go inside.
Is it a fire?
Well, they said they shot one down.
Yeah, but that you ain't smelling that.
Yeah, it could
Look
be
at that
a-
motherfucker. Look how low that is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that one right there. Right in the house.
Huh?
I can't believe they're spraying the skies now.
They said they shot her off Route 10.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, it could be coming this way to smoke.
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's a small little fucking drone, man. They're not that big.
Yeah, but it's burning in the fucking woods.
They're still showing up out there. Look at that. It's like everywhere he turned, there's another one. All right, so we got those. And we got that to think about. What is that connected? What are they smelling? What are they spraying on them? Here's something I want to throw in. Of course, for years I've been a huge fan of Bill Cooper. The first so-called conspiracy book, or critical thinking book I read was Behold a Pale Horse from him when I was still in Los Angeles. Still really waking up quick to a lot of things as I was trying to even piece together the first movie years ago. But he's definitely been a part of my whole walk in this kind of realm for many years. I'm sure many of you can relate. But I just want to share some of his wisdom here. Short clip.
It's just absolutely incredible that the American people don't understand that groups of men don't get together and meet in secret and take blood oaths which say that they can be cut open and their heart ripped out of their body and their intestines scattered over the floor if they talk about the secrets. That's not a benevolent fraternity. That's a dangerous group of men. Strong men don't play games like that. They're serious. These men who are bringing about the New World Order don't believe in the God of the Bible. They believe in the God of light, Lucifer, the angel of light, who was flung down to the earth and became the Lord of the world. That's their God. You see, it's been infiltrated. And from within, they are eating at the heart of this nation like a cancer, this secret society. They are destroying it. They are subverting it. Our Constitution has not been allowed to work since 1945 and maybe even earlier. And they have been working behind the scenes to bring about a one-world totalitarian socialist government with the Communist Manifesto as its platform, through the United Nations, which was created by this nation from an older organization called the League of Nations, which was the original foundation. And at the highest levels of our government, the Constitution's already been scrapped, and they are working under the aegis of the UN Participation Act and the United Nations Charter.
So, even with that, very important to remember that, these are the same minds that are putting together what's happening with UFOs and aliens right now, This whole thing's been planned a long time. That's why I've never been one to get caught on, it's one group or the other, it's these guys. No, it's those guys, because it's all those guys. It's all the different groups. The Masonic lodges have pictures of Jesus, too, right alongside all the other religions and idols, even. And that's part of the trick of that. They can trick Christians into it. Oh, okay, they got Jesus in here. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. You can come in. All right. But, yeah, it's all of them. It's all the different groups, all working through secret societies, all working for the devil. That's what it is. And they all have their roles to play. They're all different tentacles of the same beast. And right now, we're watching one of their greatest psyops ever slowly coming about. But also, if you look at it from the devil's point of view, it's like he also knows, I believe, right? A perspective. That he knows what time it is. He knows that people are about to go. So you could also see that perspective, that he's getting this stuff out there now. This program's moving on. That it's time to start kind of really putting it out there. Now, that's an exciting way to look at it, because that tells me, if that's true, that tells, that he knows and he's getting this stuff out there and getting it ready. That it's like, wow. I mean, wow. He's coming on quick. So remember, too, now there's sightings all over the place, not just in America, but I'll show you some of the bigger cities here. Last night, the drones, quote drones, made their way to Los Angeles, California. Resident filmed a lot of them. They're over downtown LA and Koreatown. Wow.
What are these? And why are there so many of them? Like all here? Okay, that one looks like a helicopter. But these other ones are just hovering. They don't look like helicopters. What the fuck?
This is reminding me of another sighting I'm going to show you.
But what the fuck?
Remember, we saw an orb transform into something that looks like a ship. A little drone, lights and all. Just something to consider. But you know what? That reminds me of something really cool. A long time ago, this was out. I don't know if YouTube will still have it. Hard to say with old YouTube. But it was a sighting in downtown Hollywood. I think it was 2012-ish. Yeah, this is it. Oh, I got it. This is great. This one really blew my mind because I don't know if we see it in this 4-minute clip. Maybe we do. Hopefully we do, because I feel like there was a lot of footage on this. But these UFOs came down, orbs, right over Hollywood. And at one point you see a police helicopter get right next to it, one of them. And forever I was watching after that happened and looking to see if we could ever find out, what the story was. But because some police in those whatever helicopter that was, they saw whatever this thing, they were like right next to it. It'd be amazing to hear their story, but you never heard from them. Anyway, this is a 4-minute clip. Bunch of hipsters in Hollywood filming some UFOs right over the city. check this out.
You can put this on fucking news or something, dude.
So what is this? What's going on, guys?
Dude, UFOs dispersing up there.
Yeah, they're here.
Over like mid.
You see those UFOs over Hollywood? God dang it. They're like all disappearing, by the way.
We see it. Steve, show us. Who's here? Witness. Is that recording?
Yeah. It's recording. It's recording.
What's going on?
Not fucking good quality. God damn it.
It's cool. I got it.
They're going in the line, bro.
The main ones, they're disappearing now.
Dude, you see those planes that are, you see those helicopters that are, you see all those helicopters that are, bro, look at that. Dude! Dude!
What the fuck?
No, those are not balloons. Balloons don't brightly give off heat like that.
They didn't have drones back then, right? So they couldn't, I mean, not the way we have them now, of course. So they couldn't just, it's just drones.
That's energy.
They're moving pretty fast.
Energy, yeah, it is.
Dude.
You say that?
That's
not
energy,
energy,
bro. That's energia.
They disappeared already.
And now they turn into the triangle.
There's
like
more
they always
coming up.
do.
Yeah, there's those 3 down there. Like right over.
No fucking way, man.
Yeah, they're forming like a triangle, dude.
Pyramid, actually.
Oh, you see a helicopter over there?
Get it?
Yeah, that's the ghetto bird.
Look at these. Dang.
Yeah, it's like right over like Koreatown, like South Hollywood.
This is from 2012.
They're still in the triangle.
Pyramid.
That's some crazy shit right there.
Dude,
Right over Hollywood.
bro, this is so amazing. Like, wow.
Dude, there were like a whole bunch of them. Like shit.
That's something else. Like they like started floating up and they formed.
And they all like, dude, they were going in like a swirly line. They were all, look at those helicopters. They're all going. They're like,
I think we get to see it, hopefully. It goes right up to
dude,
one
look,
of them.
government.
Yeah, they're about to make a mistake.
Government helicopters.
She's gonna go be nosy. Yep.
There's still one more. There's still one more.
Like zoom in on that.
There's still one more. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm right here. Send your fucking helicopters, G. Look at that. That is, what is that? You hardly, what is that?
That's not. I think that's not.
I know, but that's like, it's like a special ops fucking destroyer. Like, what is the military sending
Yeah, definitely heading over
the
there.
military sending in their fucking
What if there was like
army shit? Dude, what if we just see a helicopter explode right now? Boom!
Alright, here we go. Helicopter's heading over there.
All we know is that orb of energy is still there, bro. It's still chilling.
They're about to find out what it is.
Look at that.
Oh, he's like on it, man.
Right on it. And he gets, I think he swirls around it.
Look, he's turning. They're turning, bro. They're circling it.
Oh.
Bro, they're circling it. Dude, no fucking way.
I wonder what they saw. I'd like to see that footage, from the cockpit.
They're circling it, bro.
They're circling it.
It's going right by it.
It's a nest.
See that shit?
Look at that, they're right on it.
I think I only see 2 now.
It's not budging.
Dude, that one right there is like a gangster. Like, he's like,
See now, suddenly there's little blinkers. There's a few of them. Alright, so there you go. Pretty cool, eh? It's from Mitchell Lubin. 12 years ago. Yeah, that's a classic. In my opinion. Footage breaking. UAPs, drones over New York right now. They're calling them drones. They look exactly like the ones we just saw in Los Angeles before we could call them drones, is my point. So, remember that also. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, my bad. Now we get close to them. They do look different. That one did. It just flew away quick. The green and white one. As they got up to it, you could see 2 different lights. It did look like a shippy or a droney. But see now, far away, they look like just the glowing orbs, like what we saw in Los Angeles, in Hollywood. It's circling around, bro. Right? There you go. They want to be seen. Look at that. See, that looks different. It looks like Saturn for a second there. It looks like it had a little ring around it. Now it looks like it's got the navigation lights. So now it looks like it's got red and green, which is port and starboard. So now you get close to it, it looks like a little drone or a ship. Even blinking. Now that one, look at that. That totally looks like a little ship. It's a good shot. Look at that. So, yeah, is it real? Is it that intelligent where it knows that people will be looking for the red and green lights? Just in, a massive search effort is underway in Hillsborough, New Jersey after a, end quote, a possible drone landing, per CBS News, of course. A possible drone landing. I love the one where the guy says they're coming in from an Iranian mothership. Have you heard that one yet?
Well, several agencies are involved in an investigation in Hillsborough, New Jersey, as to a possible drone landing that happened yesterday. The search is ongoing right now in an area between, or just off of Route 206 in Hillsborough, near Falcon Road, and we can see a staging area by Somerset County hazardous material units, some other county officials, as well as Hillsborough agencies as well. We also understand the FBI is aware of the incident. Again, this is a search ongoing. It is primarily happening in a wooded area just adjacent to a shopping center, again in the area of Route 206 in Falcon Road. At this point, officials are not able to make any other statements as to the status of this investigation and what details that are known at this time and what they're able to share. But there we can see some of the firefighters that have been walking around in an area, again, just off of Route 206 near Falcon Road. We have seen them doing basically a wide area search on.
So when I see stuff like this, it seems to me like it's probably a drill, like we're probably watching a drill play out in real time. And they do this. It's fake news. So there's a possibility we're actually just watching a drill for maybe a crashed UFO or something like that. But then they film it, and they can make stories out of these things. Possibility, okay? I don't know for sure, but that's my feeling on that. Now, here's something else really, really crazy that's been happening, man. You'll see a really cool connection to this, too, here in just a little bit, whenever the video comes up. I'm not sure where we're at, but I know this is interesting. Some people now are recording. I guess there was a Christmas radio station in Jersey, and some people are noticing when you go to this channel that you're hearing these weird kind of noises, and they're wondering if it's connected to the UFO stuff. This person. Let's check this out. Here's some of it. I got different examples. So it says 106.7 New York's Christmas station. So it's New York, Jersey, I guess. Yeah, I know they're pretty close. So, and this is all pretty news. So, could it turn out to be a joke? We'll see. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen other people talking about this. So that's pretty interesting, huh? All right, like I said, I've got more that kind of connects to that. This will give you something to think about. Okay, this one is I'd mentioned this earlier. Here's a whole new kind of layer to all this. So it's from it's from Reddit, so keep that in mind. Reddit conspiracy. But these days, you can't trust mainstream anything, so we find our news where we can, but discern everything, right? Keeping that in mind, it says, radar guy here, I know who is operating the drones. 25-year radar operator for a major agency here. Just thought I'd let you all know what's been going on these past few weeks. The drones are part of a military drill being conducted by Space Force. Everything is on a need-to-know basis, which is why there's so much confusion. What gets me concerned, and why I had to make this post, is that something big is about to go down. I happen to know that there are additional full lockout drills that are scheduled to take place between now and Christmas Eve. So that's like a couple weeks or so, right? Just under 2 weeks, right? A couple weeks. These operations involve the full turnover of all radio, radar, and aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. Interesting. In conjunction with that, they are also scheduled satellite launches off the books, which have been occurring since October. Maybe those are the ghost lights. Says they're setting up some kind of big show for the public very soon. CNN was even at our facility shooting pre-roll footage for a future story. I don't know exactly what is going on, but all I know is this: get ready. Peace and safety to all of you and your families. So take that for what you will from Radar Guy. It's interesting though, right? So Space Force is involved. If it turns out that some of this stuff really is just, they're kind of drills, but are they? Again, these are, it's going to be confusing times, a lot of layers. Keeping your eyes on Christ, understanding that this is all a big part of the deception. And it's going to play out. I mean, they've been layering it in. We had the Miami Mall incident. We had the Las Vegas incident where they had the aliens in the backyard, so-called aliens. Just to keep that in mind. Representative Gonzalez, high-level law enforcement official, told me about the possibility of a mothership for New Jersey drones. It's also funny, though, because we've never heard them using the term mothership as much as I've been seeing it here lately, because they keep talking about this mothership from Iran with drones. And it's like, I've never heard, and I was in the military 8 years. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm an authority on anything, but I mean, of a mothership for drones, really? So, and it's Iran, they're doing this? That was one of the stories. They're going around for a while. But to me, it's the idea of getting mothership into people's into their minds. That's the way I see that. That's the way I'm kind of feeling it. Let's see. Here we go.
Now, Congressman Gonzalez, is this a national security threat?
It is, or it could be, very likely maybe. I did have a conversation this morning with a high-level law enforcement official where we talked about the possibility of a mothership being there with the drones. I think the fact that we don't have definitive answers is worrisome. Sitting on the Appropriations Committee, I often ask, where is our money going? And then the other question is, if we don't know the answers, why? And when I got a response yesterday that said, the FBI only has a budget of $500,000 and Customs and Border Protection only has a budget of $0 for counter drones, this is a problem.
Well, look, you want to talk about budgeting. Think about the budget and resources among all those municipalities, in particularly New Jersey, near where the incoming president, number 47 for this nation, lives. I mean, can you imagine what those sheriff's departments and police officers are going through? They're having to talk with the public that is not informed on something that some of these drones have been reported to be the size of an SUV, Congressman.
You're right, and these threats are very real. Here we have, it's not as if a what if could happen to President Trump. This has already happened, and other threats have been circulated. The Iranians are surely always up to no good. It's just we have to keep our eye on the ball, and ultimately, the American people deserve to know what is happening, where their taxpayers' dollars going, and if they're not getting answers, how do we put resources towards making sure law enforcement has every instrument possible to keep us safe and also.
That's right, sir. So everybody's getting stirred up. A lot of people are already calling them aliens. Here come the aliens, because there has been that programming for a long time, the alien programming. This is pretty weird. Somebody shared. Look at this first. Remember this image? Ezekiel's wheel. It's pretty cool. There's some really weird, wild stuff in the Bible, man. If you really think about it. I mean, seriously. All right, so Ezekiel's wheel in the Bible. And now we got this. Somebody's filming. I don't think there's any audio on that. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but it kind of makes you think about it. And, though, again, we have deceptive spirits that can mimic things and marvelous, mysterious things in the sky, keeping our eyes up there. This is a whole thing has been, the UFO programming has been hard for years on people, and even the demonic deception side of it, where they do their work, where all over the years they appear, or all over the world, sorry, they appear in different places and get people talking about it and believing in it. And this has been going on for generations. So even back in the 50s, a lot of the early 50s movies and TV shows were all about UFOs and aliens, if you think about it. Look back on that. Sci-fi, a lot of sci-fi stuff back then. It says, this is John Kirby, so he's one of these tools of the so-called Biden administration. But here's what he's saying about the mysterious drones. So, you can't trust these people anyway, but whatever.
We have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. The United States Coast Guard is providing support to the state of New Jersey and has confirmed that there is no evidence of any foreign-based involvement from coastal vessels. And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace. We have not been...
All right, so there's the official story from the White House. And they don't want anybody knowing anything. I believe these groups, these people are all about the confusion. They want the confusion. And because they could tell everybody everything, especially if it's Space Force, but they're not going to. It's because it's all part of their plan. All right, let's check this short clip out here. I'm going to start it off low. Trying to get better about that. Some people wear headphones, and sometimes the audio pops in kind of harsh.
Job as a man and a husband and a father. Security is your number one job as the FBI director, the president. The current president is Biden. VP Kamala, that's your job to protect me, you, us, our families. You're not doing it. What the hell are you waiting for? It's a basic phone call. 2 hours, call every head of state. What the f is going on here? Is this you? Because I'm shooting this shit down. And I swear to God, if I find out it's you, it's over. Do you understand me? You think I'm playing with you? We're not. What do you want to do? It's ours. Take the shit down right now. Out. And whatever you have, give me every single file. And if you don't, public scrutiny and 200, 300% of tariff coming your way and sanctions on your country for 1 year. I swear to God, the fear of death is coming your way. Closest thing to it. This is like... Anyways, let's go to the next story. Frickin' very annoying to me.
No kidding. Chillax, bruh. Because we're not going to get the truth. That's just it. This is the beginning of a very intricate psyop, I believe. China, along with, again, demonic intervention, too. China outdoes itself again, setting a world record with over 8,000 drones in a light show. Check this out for drones. This is pretty amazing. See if we can see what all symbols they throw in here. Oops. Yuck. I can't even listen to that modern music like that. It all sounds the same to me. And I know a lot of these people are straight up demonic and satanic, and so that's not fun. That's the real dangerous music. It's this mainstream stuff. That's pretty cool. Drones are doing this. Look at that. It's pretty amazing. Wow. Those are the little smaller drones. '75th anniversary of the founding. It's amazing, isn't it? Deceptive days. Interesting. All right. Moving on. Just want to throw that in there. Something to consider. Here's some of the larger military drones that we know about. So if this is Space Force, we don't know about it. I mean, the stuff in the sky, if some of that Space Force. And they are seeing some of them the size of a car. There you go. Just want to throw that in there. Something for you to keep in mind. Some of the larger military drones. This is in Brazil, and it's pretty amazing. Posted 2 days ago.
Viado, vamos achar a linha dela, viado?
Não, você é doido.
De algum lugar, viado. Não, eu vou pegar e levar pra casa, viado.
Não tem linha não.
Lógico que tem. É, é via Bluetooth.
Deve ser igual a plástico de biomedicina.
Drones?
Viado, vamos achar a linha dela, viado?
Não, você é doido.
De algum lugar, viado. Não, eu vou pegar e levar pra casa, viado.
Não tem linha não.
Lógico que tem. É via...
It's pretty amazing. Look at that. Yeah, they want to be seen. It wants to be seen, I should say. Another one over New Jersey. Let's see this.
What the heck? Sounds like it's an actual. What? It's like landing. Honey.
This is pretty weird.
What is this? You get that? I am. It's like landing. Nobody else sees this? Are we crazy? I have it on video. Are we crazy? It's like down in the trees now. What the hell? We should have stayed over there. Wait, we're gonna die. I'm so. What the heck?
Yeah, I'd definitely be driving that way. Why not? Let's go see what's going on. So that was a good capture right there. Sounds like mother and daughter freaking out a little bit. And then look at this one right here. Check these drones out. Brandon on Last Days was talking about a vision that he had about during the tribulation. There'd be armies of these drones that'd be flying around, and you could hear them, and it'd sound like locusts, sound like, insects. And they'll be looking for people and looking for fires out in the woods and anything like that, any evidence of humans while they're hunting. And I just found this, and I was like, wow, that kind of reminds me of that vision he was talking about. Look at that. It's a horror movie right there. Imagine you're running through the woods and those things flying in that formation like a net after you. And they do sound like insects, don't they? So, okay, we got it. Yeah, that's interesting, though. Something to think about. Futurists, aliens prediction for December 3rd takes off online. Another thing I wanted to remind you of. Remember, we had Cliff High, who's, I'm not sure what he does. I guess he used to be a programmer or something like that, a computer programmer. But he does this thing where he uses, I don't know what he calls them, web bots or something. But for years he's done it, and it can predict different things. And one of them from many, many years ago, long ago, this is way before Joe Rogan was even at a show, but it said that Joe Rogan would interview Trump, and then 39 days later, or however much longer later, there would be a UFO battle in America, like between our military and the UFOs. That was December 3rd. That was 10 days ago is when that was supposed to have happened. So now we have suddenly all the UFO stuff happening, right? Just something to keep in mind. Seeing how all this stuff is stacking up now. Futurist aliens prediction for December 3rd takes off online. This is saying another one's been shot down. Looks like it, but let's see. Interesting clip here. Looks like it's on fire.
What the fuck is that, fool? Boy, that shit's dropping on Earth, nigga. Whoa! Nah! Hey, bro, it's gonna start shaking. Hey, bro, that might be a plane, fool. Bro, that might be a plane, gang. Boy, y'all, what the fuck?
It already hit. I know it hit. That's just
What the fuck?
Stores. No,
Damn, I wish I had my phone now.
The stores, nigga. No, that's not even stores. They're actual fucking.
No, one's moving right now, bro.
Dude, you just called this motherfucking kill.
Look, it's moving again. It's moving again.
It's cute.
What the fuck?
This nigga stupid.
He's lying like shit, bro. That's in space. Look at that. Look. Oh, Roach Airlines, this nigga done. But look how fast it's moving. Boy, it's going straight down.
Now it's blinking.
What the fuck? Nigga.
There's more.
Nigga on the dead homies, nigga. That shit was on fire. I swear to God.
It was on fire like a fucking.
Yeah, it was like a little mirror. Bro, that shit is following each other, bro. Bro, what the fuck?
Blowing their minds. Yeah, and just think about all the people all around the world. It's going to, I'm looking for it to start happening all around major countries and cities and making news in those places too, like Russia and all that. I would imagine that would be the trajectory of all this. It's like it's spreading. We're seeing them everywhere. They're even in Russia. They're at the Vatican, Cylindrical object reported over Vergy, Kentucky, and this doesn't look anything like a drone, they say. Yeah, this is a good capture of... Remember, they're shape-shifting. Some of these, I believe most of them, are interdimensionals.
That's not a drone. What the hell is that thing?
All right, so just making showing an example, some of the different ways they see them. So here's another one. This is over Jersey, and these were seen from a commercial airliner. So this is a good perspective here. Different perspective. Yeah, lying signs and wonders, Cindy. Blown. Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Boise, Idaho, USA. Oh, it's this one. We saw that earlier. Yep. Then see, even right there, it's a different. It's a shift in the process of the shift. All right, it was a good one. I like that one. New Jersey authorities have launched their own drones to get a better look at all the, quote, drones that have been spotted in the sky. There is a story. Some of these, I got a few clips I'm sharing on KJ's What Happened Tomorrow, but one of them is a guy that sent his own drone up there to check it out. And when it got pretty close to, I guess, one of them or in range, it all of its energy suddenly drained and it just fell. And that's pretty cool. Not cool, but it reminds me of how a lot of the experiences you hear about with people in cars that are driving out in the country, the UFO will come over them and then everything just, it drains their power. Everything goes away. And there's even the idea out there that demonic entities do that. Like you can see them working through the lights and stuff like that. They'll drain the power. They'll make it go dark and whatever, right? Something like that. That's kind of the way I'm thinking. Let's check some of this out here.
Authorities in Toms River, New Jersey, launching their own drone offensive for a closer look. Their eye in the sky, capturing one of the drones in motion.
They're 2 feet bigger than our drones, or 2 times the size rather, so they're about 4 feet, and it looks like it's a fixed wing type craft. What concerns us mostly is that at this point, nobody's seen any of these units taking off or landing.
When you see something of this capacity, you wonder why it would be needed. What are they doing? It implies a heavy payload, and a heavy payload would be either something dangerous, a bomb, but in this case, surveillance of some sort.
Look what's back again. Same spot as last night.
Meanwhile, more sightings of the large drones continue to proliferate social media. New Jersey resident Michael Marciano capturing these images on Saturday.
Coming right above my house. It's moving really fast now.
Growing concern as the mystery in the sky continues.
That's not cool. They mixed in the footage of the Chinese drones I was showing you without saying what it was. It almost gave you the impression that the guy was filming those. Not cool. A woman streams on FBI, it could be, probably is, on FB, Facebook Live, how UAPs morph into drones. There we go. I showed them earlier, but let's see your example, milady. People still say that? Hope not.
They're everywhere here in Plantation. All these are drones or orbs. There's one up there. I'm at the golf course. There's another one over there. These are UAPs, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. They're all over our skies. Okay. Look, here it is. This is the source of light that always finds me. Look at this. This thing keeps finding me everywhere.
Creepy.
Look at that. It stands right there and it just starts to flash.
Spirit making you feel special.
Watch this. It's really, really, really bright. It's like either shining a spotlight. It looks like a flashlight in the sky. And there is another orb up there. You see it? Right there. So there's usually another drone or spacecraft or whatever the heck that is that's next to it. I don't know. It's like they're feeding off of each other. Okay, I got the sprinklers. Here we are. Sprinklers are here. Okay, you see it? You see how it goes? See how it goes? And then it becomes a spacecraft or aircraft or whatever you want to call it, UAP. It transforms into a craft. Right in front of my eyes. Can't make this up. And there it goes. It's off. It's off. I just got drenched for being a little drone hunter. And the sprinklers are on here at the golf course. Okay. I just want to document this because I've contacted the police, I've contacted the news. They're not really taking this serious. These are not being, they're not being seen on radar. They're obviously not typical drones. Okay, I don't think drones can do that. Shine these big spotlights in the middle of the sky and then touch with another orb and then take flight like that. It feels like it has an energy source of some kind. It also feels like it has some kind of cloaking. It looks like an airplane now. I'm gonna try to catch it. Okay, here we go. That was that light. That's the same one. It looks like an airplane and it sounds like an airplane. But it all started out as like a big ball of light. Okay, this is live. I'm live streaming this, Facebook. So people don't say that I'm a conspiracy theorist. All right, let's see if we find something else up here. There's another one over here. There we go. There we go. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna get wet again. This is the triangular one. This is the one that has 4 lights, and I'm gonna get drenched again. Ah. Okay, where did it go? Yeah, the water is, sorry about that. There's sprinklers on here. Okay, so this is the triangular one. It has 4 distinct lights. This one hovers. It just hovers. And these are all over, guys. They're all over Plantation. They're all over Broward County.
Don't you think it'd be a good idea to, I'm just thinking out loud here, to do a short video and just say, I don't know, call it these drones are demons, shape-shifting demons, or some of these drones are shape-shifting, something. I'm just thinking of it. But then just show people some of the examples of how these things can and do, and it's not any trickery or anything, can shapeshift, and they're turning into things that look like drones in some cases, and airplanes and things like that.
There's another one here. These are not stars at all. Okay, here's another one over here. Bam. Like I said, they're not stars. These are all crafts. They're all crafts. They're hovering above our cities, and people are not even noticing that these have invaded our skies. They're going business as usual because it's Christmas, and this is the best time
Isn't that crazy?
to do something like this when
But
people
it's
are
not.
so busy and so involved in the
I've been
day-to-day
looking. I want to see something.
that they don't even notice that their entire skyline is being quote-unquote invaded by these things. God knows what they're doing. Look at those. There's 3, as you can see. There's more. You see them more over here. Let's see. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? They line up like that.
All right, good. So I wanted to share some of that good stuff there. It's like apparently just be looking for more, man. And they even said on that, if that was correct about Space Force and the drill, that they'll be seeing an increase up to Christmas Eve. So, excuse me, that is one. Wow, that's only like a week and a half away or so. Okay. Excuse me. Here's Iranian air defenses failed to shoot down a drone UAP. And this was posted on December 13th. So again, they're just kind of all over the place. If that's what we're seeing here. And that was it. Just want to show you that, again, these sightings are all over and weird. So many times they're orbs, just like what we've been watching for a few years now, increase all around the world. Now you got UFOs coming out of the water in Florida, is the claim. And there you go. More UFOs. All orbs. And it says, don't worry, everybody, it's just a drone.
My God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. That's going way too fast. That's not... What's up with my camera? I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. What's with my camera? Look at this thing. Is he... Jesus Christ.
Yikes. So there's that. I think you're getting the picture, right? An alleged glowing orb flies by Miami South Beach balcony.
That they're seeing in New Jersey?
Look at this.
What is this?
I mean, that's right in town.
Is this the same kind of drone that they're seeing in New Jersey?
See, now you got people confused, right? Look at that. Right through town.
What is this? Is this the same kind of drone that they're seeing in New Jersey?
Weird. But just remember, my belief is that this is going to be already probably more like 90% demonic shape-shifting, trickster spirits, and then government involvement too, maybe 10%. This is a really crazy one too. Shots fired. Now people are filming some of these. This was filmed in New Egypt, New Jersey, it says tonight. Is there a New Egypt in Jersey? I didn't know that. I don't know if that's what they meant. Anyway, but look at this.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
Watch it again. Oh, still playing. That was crazy. I don't know if it does it again. We'll play it over the shooting part. There you go. Look at that shooting.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
That's pretty interesting too. So we got them shooting. We have them, looks like they're dumping something, some kind of chemical. Some of them are dumping their chemicals. They're shooting. What else? I just say stay buckled up. I think we saw this earlier, the official story. There's nothing to see here. The live Seabright Beach webcam in New Jersey has captured some incredible footage. Let's just jump to it. Looks like a portal. You see that? I guess this is actually on the cam. Wow. I believe they're using portals, but do we actually just see one? Who knows? Oh, we saw this earlier. To the non-human mummies. Yeah, remember this story? The non-human mummies with 30% reptilian DNA they found, and they're being tested by world-renowned universities and individuals right now. And they even did an x-ray on these things a while back and found out that they were actually real. But this is another one of those stories. It's kind of building up interest in the UFOs and aliens and the Nazca mummies. You may remember some of these stories here, like that thing. Look at that, right out of a horror movie. So those stories can go not right in line with panspermia, like I was talking about earlier. They are the gods. And now you have them in Germany. This is from 11 hours ago, maybe a couple hours longer, but it was posted earlier. Drones over Ramstein security concerns in Germany. In recent weeks, Germany's security authorities have reported sightings of drones, unidentified drones, over the U.S. Ramstein Air Base and other sensitive industrial sites in Germany. These observations have raised concerns over potential espionage or surveillance activities. The authorities are actively investigating these incidents, which involve drones appearing over facilities like BASF and Rheinmetall, but there's no conclusive evidence on the origin or purpose yet, right? So yeah, more drones, right? Drones spraying chemicals. We saw that earlier. Here's another one that looks like it's spraying something.
Look at this one. That's letting something out. That's not a plane. It's kind of screwing up my video. The moon is actually illuminating what it's that trail.
All right, so we still got some of those. I'll be watching a lot for more of the footage on these kind of things. Oh, that's for tomorrow. It's New York. UFO hearing live. Video shows white orb coming out of ocean off Kuwait coast. U.S. Congress told. That was from November. But remember, they had all these fellers on Capitol Hill talking about UFOs and disclosure back in November. Even before that, been a lot of those. Remember that Elon Musk warns of drone swarm battles? American tech Elon Musk warned that battles of the future will be fought between masses of drones. Unmanned aerial vehicles have already emerged as one of the most prominent weapons in the Ukraine conflict. His comment came in a discussion on X begun by Bloomberg writer. He says, drone swarm battles are coming that will boggle the mind. And then he says, he's warned of numerous occasions that drones represent the future of warfare. Commenting on X in June on the use of drones by Ukraine, Musk stated that future wars are drone wars. I mean, that's like Terminator type stuff, right? What's the name of that? Sky something? Biden, not ready to order drone takedowns. Oh boy. So this thing we call Biden, this is what he said.
Do you know and you can't say? Can you tell me that?
No, I'm telling you, Martha, I'm telling you, we don't
You
know.
don't know.
We
All right,
don't.
let
We
me
can't
ask you this.
corroborate every single sighting. Some of them we have, not all of them, and we're working hard to.
And just look at all the sightings we've seen tonight on the show, right? But no, we can't corroborate all this. It's ridiculous.
To do that, we know people are afraid of it. We know people
They
have
want the
concerns. We have
confusion.
those same
Sure.
concerns.
Yeah, because
But
they're
what I
flying over
can
your
tell you-
house, and it sounds
Of
like there are
course.
motorcycles landing on your roof.
Of
so
course.
let me ask you this: one, person who watched this online said they think it's a Pterodynamics Transwing Drone XP4, which is being developed by the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and moving ships in high seas and winds. They're suggesting it's an American company. We asked the company. They said we can't speculate on the origin of the drones that are flying over New Jersey. So is that an avenue that has been inspected? Is this a private company that is practicing something? And wouldn't they have to clear something with somebody to have this kind of activity?
It could very well be, as I said, these could be commercially developed drones of some kind.
Why not just take one down and figure out what's going on?
Well, the idea of taking something down, again, you want to worry about public safety. First of all, we don't have enough conclusions to take that kind of a policy action. But let's just assume for a minute, Martha, that we did. I mean, you're not going to want to shoot something down where it could hit somebody's house or hurt somebody.
Well, the Coast Guard says that there are 30 of them following one of their ships in the ocean. So would that work?
I mean, again, we have to develop the policy options based on...
These creeps are so creepy. I mean, they want it, They're just liars. It's just... How could you ever? But again, a lot of these people we're dealing with aren't exactly people. Some of them are terrors, I believe. And but some of them are they're that cold. And they're just about the money, whatever. Being on camera, whatever it may be.
On what we know we're dealing with here, and we just don't know enough to make those to take those kinds of actions. But my goodness, we're going to do everything we can to find out, and we're going to share as much as we can. I understand it's frustrating for folks.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for us. We want to know as well.
What does President Biden say about it?
He also has tasked the team to look into this and to be energetic in doing it, to try to get answers. He saw some of these images yesterday. He has talked to his team, including his top leaders, including at the Defense Department. And
Have you called in like AI experts or said, like, why don't we ask Elon Musk what he thinks, or brought in outside experts?
We're working really hard right now inside in the interagency, and certainly.
It's just hard to even watch some of these people, isn't it, for too long. I can't. Just can't listen to people like that. Just lying. Okay, here's another example of that sound that was coming through on the radio out there on that Merry Christmas channel, or New York's Christmas station. Pretty weird, right? Gotta admit.
Aliens are starting to communicate with us. Do you remember this scene from Signs?
Yeah, now check this out. This is a great catch.
When they started picking up some weird sounds on the baby monitor, so they went on the car to try to get it cleared up. It was really creepy. Well, I was scrolling through TikTok last night, which many of us do, and I came across this video that reminded me of this. So these people were driving and they were listening to Christmas music while in Staten Island, and they picked this up. Turn it off. What? That sounded pretty creepy. And I'm telling you what, if it's this guy, I'm gonna buy stock and water, and my house is gonna be covered with. What the fuck?
Okay, so there's same car.
If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, and you don't believe that the drone sightings in the air are UAPs or UFOs, please take time to go to Sky Harbor and loop through Sky Harbor at night when it gets dark, and go through Sky Harbor as though you were going to Tempe or you were taking the 101 north or south. You're going to see how these UAPs are replicating themselves to look like Southwest flight airplanes, so they do not get spotted as out of the norm. But if you drive, roll down your windows and look at it, they don't look like real airplanes.
Good man.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad you're thinking about it. Good. Glad he saw that. But more examples of that, that we can't
You're telling me we don't know?
trust the media claiming all these things are drones. This is from Russia Today. The clip is from the New News Movement. I'll follow your channel.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are?
Another drone?
That's right. It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
We have no idea where these drones come from, who owns them. We should be doing some very urgent intelligence analysis and take them out of the skies, especially if they're flying over airports or military bases.
So there we go. This is from the New York State Police, straight up from their Twitter X profile. They posted this today. And it reads, the New York State Police have received numerous reports of drone sightings, over the past 24 hours, and we are investigating each report and sharing information with our federal and local law enforcement partners. We have no evidence at this point that any of the reported sightings pose a public safety threat. State police are asking the public to report sightings. Okay, so they're taking it seriously, or are they? At least the narrative is being put out there. And then this right here is from Trump. Last thing I've got to share from the Donald Trump. Says, mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? And he misspelt, I don't think so. He said, I don't think so. Let the public know and now. Otherwise, instead of saying shoot, he says, shot them down, DJT. Which is funny because it's coded basically don't shoot the way I read it. So maybe he's putting something out there. I don't know. Either way. That's what I wanted to share with you. Let me jump back over here to chat. Let me put something up here. Nice cool background for us. It's something nice and peaceful and cool and calm. How's about we do this one here? There we go. It's a good one. Let me jump over here to chat now and just chat with y'all for a bit. So I'm going to roll back a little bit on the chat, so I'm sorry if I miss any messages, but just wanted to kind of jump in, and now that you've seen everything I wanted to share with you, what are your thoughts on this? Again, my thoughts, and I'm even really thinking I may do like a short video. I do have a TikTok, so maybe put it up there even, but do a short one just showing that we have evidence. I mean, they can see it for themselves, that these things can shapeshift, and that these are demonic interdimensional beings, trickster spirits, and this is part of a huge demonic deception. And of course, there's different... Well, you've seen the Reagan speech from many years ago. Many of us have shared that in our videos throughout the years, where he says, what would really happen is if some unknown force from another planet or something came here, it cause all of us to pull together as one, so there's that angle where they could use it also for that, to kind of all pull together as one. Also, how's the Antichrist going to be involved? Maybe they come here and they say, this is the man we've been communicating with, or, I've believed for probably 10 years it's Obama myself, not to argue with anybody. Remember, brothers and sisters in Christ, but we can have different perspectives, different opinions. But maybe he comes out and says, hey, I've been communicating with them since my administration and blah, blah, blah. And who knows how it could all play out. But I have shown you all that video from UNICEF that is incredibly hard to find online now, but luckily I've saved it. And I've put it up in some of my videos, but they had a UNICEF commercial a long time ago with Obama meeting with the tall whites, a tall white beautiful alien lady, and they walked together and they took care of climate change and they stopped wars in the commercial. Yes, stop war. So there you go. So we'll see how that comes to play, if it does, exactly how. So I'm just jumping over here to chat. Good to see everybody. M. Doobie, Gabby, Amanda says, I can't believe like 10 years ago you and a few others were talking about this and now we're living in it. Yeah, Amanda Marie, I know, right? It is crazy. All thanks to the Lord, really, for leading us and guiding us, and to this point, I didn't know exactly we were in that time, and really, I knew we were close for years, but when 2020 hit and I saw that they could lock the planet down as they did, you know what I'm saying? No excuses speaks the truth. Says KJ doesn't twerk. I haven't. I've never even tried. Chubbs, on the other hand, he's kind of a wild man. He may have in his younger years tried to twerk. He never does it in front of me, though. Good to see you, Space Brother. T. Kerr, Andrew McCombs. So what do you guys think, huh? It's interesting, isn't it? But, man, get excited. I say get excited. We're supposed to be looking for the Lord. Eyes up. I know we don't hear this everywhere, and that's why I always tell people, don't call me a truther, because most truthers aren't, either they're not connecting it or they're not talking about the spiritual side of this, which is the most important, and also making sure that you've accepted the free gift of salvation through Jesus Christ. So we're all sinners, man. Got to be saved. When you're saved, your sins are forgiven, past, present, and future. That's awesome. It doesn't mean it's a license to sin because your heart changes. Doesn't mean you're perfect either, because you still struggle with things, and in this flesh suit, it has its cravings, and it's just part of your walk, But I'll tell you, if you're struggling with something and it's beating you up, whatever the sin is, the Lord can just really break those chains. If you're ready, He'll do it, easily. So just trust Him, right? So, but that's what's important, because, man, the age of serious deception is upon us now. This is a subject I've been tracking, as y'all know, for many, many years. Unfortunately, of course, they took the main channel down, so we've lost a lot of the old videos about UFOs and all this. But I'm gonna redo some stuff. I've got some things. I'm watching a couple TV series I had never heard of, and I'm like really blown away by what I'm finding here. So I'll be putting that together in the next video. Oh yeah, got an awesome video coming up next week. So I'll be putting all this stuff together. A lot of it has to do with the alien stuff and all that. But, man, we're on the verge of very serious deception, or it's already happening now. People are going to be divided. Even in the Bible, it says in these days families would turn against each other. I should have brought that one up. Is that Matthew 24? But that was one of the signs. And we're in that time. We really are at the doorstep of tribulation. I believe there's a great possibility that they're going to be using this as an excuse as to why all of us left when Jesus comes and takes His bride. That'll be the excuse. And that's why it's being peppered in now. It's pretty cool and exciting to think that that's what it is, that the devil knows also. He knows we're close. He doesn't know exactly when, but he's making sure he's getting this stuff out there, and it's kind of getting out there in people's minds, in a collective consciousness. And whether you believe that or not, we leave or not, which again is in the Bible. Darby was a Mason and a deceiver, and they used Darby on purpose, so you wouldn't know your blessed hope, which is in Christ, and we are married to Him. He's our bride. He takes us home. He doesn't beat His bride, so trust in that. I know it's coming. All right, still scrolling down here. Roll the dice, the losing dice. Good to see you. Hey, Jammy Git. Yeah, guys, let me give you in the live chat, let me throw you the link to tomorrow's KJ's What Happened. Going to be a banger, if you will. There's a lot to cover, but I really wanted to do this tonight so we could just totally get into some of the different layers and levels of this whole situation with the so-called drones, which is really, it's really a huge psyop, but it's satanic, it's demonic. And you saw several examples tonight of how these orbs, they shapeshift. And I say it all the time. That's what we watch on Mavi UFO Alarm. A lot of these things are the little demonic shapeshifters. They're energy, interdimensionals. And now we're seeing like the big satanic psyop starting to play out, right? And there is government involvement. To what level, I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm watching each day. It's playing out. Westside, thanks. Good to see you. To the Most High God, yes. Thanks, Tamara. Yes, guys, please do support the videos and shows if you like these videos and shows. Like I said, I've got a great video coming up this week. Massive shout out to my Subscribe-Star family and to all the people who support the videos and shows. I always can use it. Thank you so much. I mean, just thank you. Oh, yeah, and I've been sending off some cards. Got my P.O. box. Some people didn't even want a card, but they've written before, so that's fine. I respect that. But so thank you. I've got a P.O. box if you ever want to send anything my way. It's been wonderful hearing from y'all. I've been getting some nice Christmas cards from some people, so thank you so much. It's always a blessing. And let's see here. Robin McAdam, good to see ya. Oma Adams. Capital G with me. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jamie. Oh, cool. Hey, Jay Bundy. Nice to hear. Triple X Welder, I'm glad you made it. Todd Hitchcock, thanks, man. Says, love you, KJ. Because you, I woke up a bunch and followed you over 5 years now. Thank you for that. You helped me wipe the crud off my eyes to see the spiritual aspect, and I will catch you on the heavenly flip side. Absolutely, Todd. Thank you. Great message, man. I appreciate it. Brian Brown, man, good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Hope things are well. L. Ivy, nice to see you. Always. Jay Steele. TDSL. Andrew McCombs, I'm just going to let you go, man. You're just kind of being a dick, to be honest. I don't need to hear all that. Let's do that. I don't get people that come around on live shows and things like that, or even go into comment sections to be jerks, to be rude, to be nasty and mean. It's like, man, just get out of here, dude. Spend your time elsewhere. These aren't the days to be having that kind of focus. And it freaks me out that I'm on their mind somehow like that. I mean, he isn't the first one. I've been doing this many years. I've seen some crazy stuff. But I also get there's like a different component to it. There's spiritual things as well. And it's just, it's like, man, whatever. But anyway, moving on. Scroll back here. Chief Burning Grass. He says, has there already been a video about the healthcare CEO and the guy Luigi? I tuned out for a month, tuned back in, way behind. Yeah, there's been a lot on that, and I think I've got some stuff tomorrow on KJ's What Happened for that as well. So we'll check that out. Michael Wilson, nice to see you. Gabby. All right, y'all. Hey, man. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I guess we'll go ahead and call it. We're almost at 2 hours, but wanted to really get to that subject, show as much as I've found of interest. We got to see some different aspects of all this, but most importantly, we got to see the shape-shifting demonic liars up there, and that they can look like little drones or ships, and we see the mainstream wants it to be drones. They're talking drones and drones. It's drones, but no, because a lot of these so-called drones, the footage we watched, it's the same kind of UFO footage, which are entities we've seen on my show for years. Most of it from Mavi, UFO Alarm. But so it's upon us, man. Major, serious. And no, it's not all going to be blue beam. A lot of people are going to be, that's part of the deception too, is thinking it's all going to be fake. It's going to start freaking people out when things really start showing up and manifesting, right? And I believe they'll come with a whole lie, of course, panspermia, and this whole story of all the different types. Who knows exactly? I don't know. We have our ideas, our theories, our gut feelings, and we'll see. But no matter what happens, remember, man, there's no fear in Christ. We're not supposed to be scared of this stuff. It's very important to see it, understand it, to know it's happening, and know that we really are living in those incredibly, deceptive times right now. And it's biblical, man. It's happening. So please choose Christ if you haven't. Most important decision you can make, will ever make. It is upon us, all of it, tribulation, Satan coming out, unmasked, everything. It's coming, and we're real close, and this is what I wanted to get across to you. So again, most importantly, make sure you're right. Excuse me. Make sure you're right with the Lord. And that's that. Okay, so thanks for being here. I'm going to let you go because I've got KJ's What Happened Tomorrow over on Rumble under KJOZBORNE channel. Please come join if you can. We have a great show there. Great people always showing up. Really good, fun live crew. That'll be at 2 p.m. Central Standard over there. And I put some links, I think, off and on here in the chat. I'll do one more real quick. And there we go. I'm going to say a prayer too, guys. So, Heavenly Father, first off, just thanks so much for all these wonderful people hanging out, this wonderful family, community we have, not just here, but other places. And also thanks for all these places where we can still meet up. And I just hope and pray that these shows can be a blessing or an encouragement or even an enlightenment for anybody, but also, most importantly, it can plant a seed for you and that we can help the kingdom while we're here. Not just me, but all of us. Lord, please guide all of us in whichever way you choose for us to be right now in these days to help you. Maybe you have someone specific we need to help, whatever it is, but please just guide us and help us to truly be able to hear the Holy Spirit when you are guiding us and know that it's you. And thank you for that. And thanks for being with us in these days. They're just crazy, Lord. And I pray that we're all found worthy to escape the things coming upon this earth, as we're told to do. And you are our blessed hope, Lord. So please just keep encouraging us, keeping us strong, staying with us in these days, because as we know, the deception is really, really heavy, and we really are moving into some crazy times. But there's no fear, because we know we have you. So thank you so much, Lord. We love you, and in Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, y'all. Thank you so much once again for hanging out, man. It's always a pleasure to see y'all. I appreciate it. Please do try to join us tomorrow over on Rumble, KJ's What Happened. My website's back up and running. If anybody was missing that, please go check it out. I have my original Scariest Movie Ever Made from 2009 up there on the main page also. So, of course, free to see. So go check that out. If you never saw my original, please go check it out. Samma B, love you too. Good to see you. Thanks, Brian. Ah, shucks. Michael Wilson, YouTubular. All of you. Magilla, Sean Peters, T. Kerr, Jay Bundy, Westside. All right, y'all. Hey, love you guys, man. I'll see you tomorrow on Rumble. And wow, right? We have a lot to think about, I think. I'm still going to be watching this every day, and I'll let you know if I come up with, or when I come up with more, because it's going to keep going. So stay wise. Do not be deceived. All good in Christ, all right? Holy Spirit's got us. All right. Take care, man. Thanks again, Tamara. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.